G'day, hi, and welcome. All right, in this video, I am going to show you the most terrifying weapon of them all. The weapon that you are probably most likely to be killed by statistically, in North America at least. And this weapon is probably not what you think, but for some, you know, if you know the statistics, you probably know already what it is. And here's what the most terrifying weapon that you're most likely to encounter is. Yes, the common kitchen knife. This is usually what people get stabbed and killed by. Usually domestic situations, whatever. Most people are envisioning, being, knife crime and stuff like that with something like this or a beast like this. And that's just simply not the case. You are more likely going to be attacked by this than anything. And that is this is already like 2 inches too long. Meaning, for the Romans, just this much would be good enough. 2 inches in any artery was good enough. So, the point of this video here is to just kind of go over some of the things that, knife fighting, like in self-defense and stuff like that. I know with YouTube, you got to be careful what you do. So, yes, I love daggers, my SOG dagger. It's not the best dagger in the world, but I love the design. I just wish it was better materials. This is a hell of a fighting knife here. But the guys that are going to be using these are going to be like Navy SEALs and Rangers and JTF2 and stuff like that and SAS. Those are the guys that are going to be using that. But your street thug is probably going to be using something like this. Door slam, whatever. He's going to be using something like this. Now, statistically, you're more likely going to be a 71% chance when you're attacked. They statistically figure that it's usually straight on like this, right? You're usually going to be stabbed like this. And the average person that dies from an attack gets stabbed 27 times. Right in the gut, right? Usually it's an ambush attack, and it's not really a knife fight per se. It's an ambush attack. It's muggings and stuff like that. That's the majority. There's almost no defense against somebody coming out with you. Even a knife like this, the most out of shape, unskilled person is lethal with one of these. They'd probably cut themselves with it. In fact, most people do cut themselves when they attack, especially crimes of passion, because they don't know how to hold a knife and whatever, untrained people. But that leaves us with the question: how do you defend against a knife attack? To save your life or whatever. And almost every martial arts out there, I mean, there's a lot of gimmicky stuff out there, and it's laughable. Whatever that you watch when you watch it, and it's like, okay, yeah, like the guy's gonna come at you like this, and it doesn't happen like that. Like, the guy's gonna come at you, if you even know he's there, he's already stabbed you 5 times. If he's waving it in front of you to distract you, like, give me your wallet, whatever, that kind of thing, chances are he's not going to do anything. Just give him your wallet and let him go. The best defense against a knife attack: run, if you can run. Sometimes you can't run, you know what I mean? Then it's kill or be killed is typically what a knife attack is. So there's not a lot that anybody can do. And when you look at the reality of knife attacks, what you come up with is that there's almost no counter to a knife. And the reason being, like, with a gun, okay, the bullets come out. Let's say this is your gun, right? Bullets come out here. So you can just don't be where the bullets are going to come out. You might get a chance, right? But with a knife, even if somebody grabs you by the wrist, we'll use this. I mean, grab you by the wrist, they can still slash you, right? So there's almost no way to counter this. The thing is that if you're attacked by somebody attacks you with a knife, you're almost going to take injuries. The question is do you want the injury here or here? You might want it here. So what you want to learn is anatomy. Where's not vital. Okay, would you want to get slashed across the head, have bleed into your eyes, then you can't see, then you're really dead, get hit in the eyes, you can't never see again, even if you do live? Or would you rather get superficial on the face? You'll be ugly, but you'll live. Slashed across the chest versus slashed across the gut. You know what I mean? You'll take the chest. So if you're going to get attacked anyway, you may have to sacrifice pieces of your body in order to survive if you can't get away. Very terrifying thought. So I'm going to be doing probably a couple of series on knife attacks and stuff like that. I know you got to be very careful with YouTube because they take a disliking to your channel and that's it. But I've talked about knife fighting and stuff like that before. And it's something that I've always been fascinated with, and I've never really sparred with a lot of people with it. But I do plan on getting some fake knives and stuff like that. So my biggest problem isn't getting the gear; it's getting people to spar with, right? But it's probably the most terrifying weapon. You know, like if you saw somebody coming at you with this, you'd be, you know, like just close your eyes and, you know, for a second. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Like just close your eyes for a second. I'll tell you when to open them. Okay, so close your eyes. Yeah. Okay, now open your eyes. Okay, that's, you know, that close to your eyeball or something. Okay, close your eyes again. I'll tell you when to open them. Okay, and now open your eyes. You know, you see that coming at you. You know, someone's doing this. Yeah, that the fear factor is off the scales. But this is the most likely thing you'll be murdered by in your own home. It's almost, if you here in Canada, if you break it into thirds, blunt force trauma is usually the number one way, followed by stabbings, or usually stabbings followed by blunt force trauma. Distant third is getting shot. So there's so many other ways you're most likely to get killed other than getting shot. And the knives are completely concealable. They're almost impossible to stop. They can redirect so easily that and they're fast. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like they're just fast. You know, like, you know, somebody's there. You know, like you ginsued. So it's a terrifying weapon. And to the point where people don't even want to train to defend against them because of the terrifying thought of it. And it's a lose-lose situation for yourself, no matter, you know, like you sacrifice your body to survive, you're still maimed. If you try to stop the knife and you can't, you die. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those crazy things. So it is a weapon of terror for sure. The three top fears of dying for most people. I'm sure there's worse ways to die, but number one is burning to death. Number two is usually drowning, and not too close behind that is usually stabbing. People are like terrified of being stabbed, rightfully so, because it kills you and whatever. But they haven't found a martial art yet, a defense mechanism yet that is foolproof other than running away if you can. So what I'm saying is that even if having some training versus no training is better than nothing, but just be realistic about what is about to happen if you're in that situation. That, you know, the odds of you like taking the knife from the guy is slim to none, especially if they're determined. If they're determined to kill you with a knife, they're going to kill you with a knife. It's almost impossible to stop a knife attack. Not impossible, but almost impossible. Because there's so many variables. But anyway, I'll leave it at about that. So I figured it was an interesting conversation to have. Again, not telling anybody to do anything stupid or like that or whatever, but this is the reality that this is the thing you have to fear the most. All right, there you go. Have yourselves a great day. Let's have a look at those.